everyone. Tony Winston here, Jazz Piano College. A subscriber over on Patreon has asked me to noodle around using chordy with the diminished scale. And I'm going to do this at a slow tempo so you can see the notes that I'm playing. And I will also would invite you to watch I think it's my second most popular video. It's got 200,000 views or so, and it's on the diminished scale, and I will link to it down in the description. But here we go. Just a few things about the diminished scale. It works great on, I'm going to do 2-5-1s, and on the 5 chord right here is where I'll be using the diminished scale. And what I've found with the diminished scale is most of the cool notes, here I'm doing an F7th chord, most of the cool notes of the diminished scale happen right here in the first part of the scale. Right, so you've got the flat 9, the sharp 9, the 3rd, and the sharp 11 or the flat 5. Some people call it a sharp 11, I call it a flat 5.
Some folks call it a sling blade, I call it a guider blade.
And up here at the top, it's just kind of like the Mixolydian scale. So I will be focusing more on this area. Here we go. That one didn't work out too good. Now, one of my favorite kind of ways to use the diminished scale is this little run right here. Let's see, how does it do? Yes. So, I start on the root, flat 9, flat 9, go up to the 3rd and the sharp 11, and then back through the sharp 9. So, okay. Now notice that time I started the diminished scale while I was still on the A minor. Now, an interesting thing about the diminished scale is there's only 3 of them. So I'm going to take one diminished scale and work in the 4 keys that it works in. So I'm going to do it in the key of C, in the key of E flat, in the key of F sharp, and the key of A. Okay, so first in the key of C. All right, now in the key of E flat, and the diminished scale should have those exact same notes in it. You can see these 3 black keys are in there, right in that little area, but I may be in other areas, so here we go in F sharp. And now in A. All right, let's do the next diminished scale. So now I'm going to be in the key of D flat, E, G, and B flat. These are just a minor 3rd away from each other. Because of the symmetry of the diminished scale. So here we go in the key of D flat. 2 chord, of course, is E flat. And notice this time these 3 black keys will be the ones we use. And you got to pick the right white keys also, but Here we go. I'll do one more in this key. Up to the key of E, and the chord, 2 chord is F sharp. All right. Now moving up to key of G. Notice right there in D. That's a really great key to use those 3 black keys in. Now up to the key of, a B flat here. So start on C. All right, and our next key now, or the next group of keys, we're going to have D, F, A flat, and B. Okay, so D first. For several years when I was younger, it was the only diminished scale I knew. And I didn't know it was called the diminished scale. I kind of worked it out for myself and, used it a lot when I could get away with it. And I just never realized you could transpose it into 2 other keys. So anyway, here we go again. I kind of like this one because of the symmetry. You've got the blacks and the 2 whites, and then you got the 2 blacks and the 2 whites like that. I kind of think of it that way. Okay, now key of F. Key of A flat. And key of B. Oops. Okay, I don't think any of these lines is good enough that you should spend time transcribing them, but you get an idea of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of using the scales. There's plenty of other ways. And check out that other video because there's all kinds of cool patterns that you can do with the diminished scale. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.